I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. Got a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change, play the game that we say. I need a break. I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on.
Here we are at the end of this story. So let's see here. I'm going to need this coax here in a second. And this is the last masterclass build of 2000 and what are we, 22? Yeah. Let's see. So we're operating on 14.5 volts under a load. And let's go on over here. Here we go. 1,000 watts in peak on this guy, 1,000 in average, 5 watt slug in reverse, back from the Bird 10,000 watt dummy load. We're going to start out using the 2950. The gentleman that has requested this particular device, he's jumped up and down and went sideways and got to me directly off the Patreon guys and says, hey, hook me up. And I'm like, okay. He says he's going to use a 30 watt radio, but plans in the future to upgrade to possibly a 100 watt striker. So I said, cool. He's got himself a 100 amp Meanwell RSP 1500. And I told him to set the voltage at 15, and this is what he'd get for results. He's got himself a 30 watt base station now. So at 1, 2, 25 watts going in. This little 4-pill will make you around 600 watts. Here's our input tune. At 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's go over here and take a look at the old Spectrum confuser. Turn the amp off. That's the radio. There's the amp. Squeaky clean. Okay, let's go on back over here to the watt meter again. Oh, now, hold on. I forgot one step of the process. Let's turn the amp off. At 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. About 200 milliwatts worth of pass-through reflect. And that is the reflect that comes from the RF, coming from the coax connector through all the joints, through this whole thing, and then back out and then to the dummy loads. 200 milliwatts, not teabag. So now let's come over here and let's increase our drive because we have that capability. Let's go ahead and we'll hook up the Striker 955 made by D-Rail. We'll throw the 2950 mic back up in the saddle. Let's grab the microphone for the 955. Amp is off. Let's go over here. Hello, 1, 2. With 120 watts worth of drive. Hello, about 950 at 14.5. Floating, 13, 14 volts. Hello, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now on the front of the Striker, hello, we're dropping to 14.3 from 14.9. We'll bump this up a little bit. Hello, 1, 2, 1, 2. Get that back up right around 15 volts. Hello, 1, 2. We get our little extra amount of power back. So let's turn the amp back off again. Let's back this on out. And we'll hit this even a little bit harder than that. Like I was telling you on the phone, my man, you can put up to 200 watts of drive in this thing, and it's going to run pretty reliably. So let's jump on over here, and let's grab the microphone for the 490. Let's go back over to our watt meter, now that we're on the 490. Let's go back over here to the watt meter. Hello. Hello. 1, 2. About 160 watts. Why not more? Oh, I got the mic gain all the way down. Here, let's try this again. Hello. 200 watts. With 200 watts of drive. Hello. Hello. We're in that stop peg, so we're doing about 1200. It is what it is. Smooth, clean, sharp. Now, this thing does have SSB delay on it, but it's also got sideband bias. So that means you can go talk sideband. With your 500 watts that this thing makes with your base station radio, you're going to be talking your ass off on sideband. Work them good on sideband. Good delay. No delay. Okay. Well, gents, that's that. Normally, this is where I'd be like, okay, so it's up for grabs. First one to call me gets it. One of the Patreon guys jumped on board and got it before anybody else. So joining the group on Patreon allows you a full 48 hours access to everything that's going on over here. If it's up for sale, if it's not, I try to put at least one post up every day, if not two, on what I'm working on, what I'm dealing with, or what's going on. It's the quickest and the easiest way to follow along with what we're doing. I put a little bit on Facebook. Most of the videos do actually make it over here on YouTube eventually, like this one will. But remember, they've had access multiple days in advance. So the best way to get a hold of me or get things going is just to come join the Patreon group and start talking to me about your project in there, and you'll immediately get answers. So on that note, I want to say, gentlemen, thank you for tuning in, following along, and hopefully this thing wasn't too short, this video. But Masterclass number 38, last amplifier of 2022. That's going to be up for sale. Now I'm going to huddle down and focus down and just work on doing this end of year video, which none of you guys out there in YouTube land know anything about yet. But if you're part of the Patreon group, you'd already get to see it. So on that note, I say, gentlemen, I say thank you again. Appreciate every single one of you. Big thanks to Siglent, McMahon, XS, Coaxial Dynamics, and Bird. I'll see you. Click, click.